Is it time to move on from Twitter X?
Twitter or X? Which one is it, Josh?
I mean,
No one.
does anyone know?
There's no more Bluebird. The Bluebird is dead.
Yeah, apparently the Bluebird's name was Roger.
From what we've been seeing, advertisers are getting the hell out of X. We can't call it Twitter anymore. Twitter's dead. It's now X, and we don't know what it's going to become. You know, Musk wants it to become this WeChat for the Western world that everyone's tried before and it hasn't worked, because the Western world doesn't work like the Eastern world. So he's trying to, make it this banking platform where you can do all these transactions, and it's an everything app. But it's maybe it will work. Maybe it will work, and we have to give it time. But a lot of people are really considering stopping their X Twitter accounts now.
I've been seeing loads of companies saying listen, we're no longer on Twitter/X now. They're just we're pausing it until.
Why should they be, right?
Yeah, and it's all the uncertainty that
so much uncertainty. Why you putting ad dollars into this platform that is so all over the place? There's rising hate speech. There's Meta's Threads now, which I think they came out with at the perfect time.
Damn, yeah.
Just a huge shot to the heart. For Elon Musk, I was thinking, it was oh man, well played, Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
very well.
Now they're definitely fighting.
Now they are definitely going to get in the ring.
Instagram is experimenting with a range of generative AI elements. I think it's pretty sick.
Do you think it's pretty sick?
I think it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I think stories are slowly but surely rising up in importance.
No, I think they're everything.
They were a little side thing, and then started to see highlights, and now we're seeing it become kind of that gateway into having a really easy clickable link in your story, and get a lot of engagement and all these things. And there was a few things in the story kind of realm of things on Instagram that you can now do, and it's I think it was the AI brush.
You can brush in artificial intelligence things.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
Now all of a sudden, a story, your Instagram story is like a little editing platform.
Yeah, no, it's going to be. I think it's going to become. You're going to be able to do so much in stories, and I think, this new AI stuff, you can change the background, and you can basically say, I want to be in Greece or whatever, and then your background will change to Greece.
Boom.
Which is cool. There's an AI chatbot, which, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think stories, just going back to the stories thing quickly, I think why people love stories so much is the algorithm for stories.
Yeah.
Is that you can see the stories that are kind of coming up.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking at the little circles at the top of your feed, if you haven't clicked on any of them yet, you can be okay, I actually don't want to start with that person. I want to start there, and then I normally I guess everyone does it differently, but I think you have a little bit more
control,
sight over what you're going to be seeing, whereas I think in your feed you're kind of just scrolling and you're not sure what's coming up, and that algorithm feels a little bit all over the place. So
I also feel we are in control of teaching it what we want to see. So if I keep on clicking John Doe, I'm I like his stuff. Yeah. I know that he's going to bump up closer and closer.
Yeah. And
you know who to ignore. Yeah, I think it's very cool. What I want to know is, do you look at stories first over scrolling down your feed? Because I think stories are a lot more important than we think they are. TikTok adds text-based posts to expand your content options.
This is cool. I actually think this is pretty cool.
Very cool.
I'm pretty negative about most updates.
Yeah.
But I actually think if this works, if it sticks around, I think it's quite cool. So basically, you don't have to be on camera all the time now.
Yeah.
You can, if you've got a decent following, you can just put out text based content, and you don't have to feel oh my God, I have to film something every single day of your life. You can just put out something in text format.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest challenges on things like TikTok and that is we kind of approach it being we need to be super interesting and visual. How do we do all these things in a visual way? And
it's quite anxiety filled.
Yes, yeah.
That all the time.
And it's just a barrier for you to create all this content. But what we're seeing more and more is if the content itself is of value or of interest, is super interesting, it's going to perform well. And that's
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to perform well yet. I think it's a good addition.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because I think there are also a lot of people that are kind of shy to be on camera, but they do have interesting things to say.
Yeah.
You know, we see it a lot with our clients. They just don't want to be on camera, but there is a lot of really good content that they want to talk about. So I don't think this is going to get the same engagement, obviously. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
That's in a different realm.
with someone dancing and doing like a viral trend,
Yeah.
that's obviously always going to be, you know, the most engaging content. But I think this can supplement that quite nicely.
Yeah.
I think if you
And I think we need that break.
I think you need that break a little bit. You know, even if you're scrolling, people just remember how to read as well.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's quite important.
Yeah.
You know, it can't all be visual all the time. You know, so I think this is really cool for brands too. I think also for brand managers and content creators, just to kind of have some filler content.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden we have this mix, which is
a bit of
fun.
a mix. So let's see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to be around forever. I think they're testing it out. I think it's a good time to do it as well because of what's happening at Twitter and, well, at X. So, you know, there's threads now, there's text-based posts in TikTok. Why do you need to be on you know, something like Twitter anymore or X? So that's interesting.
How much do you make per Instagram post?
$0.
So there's a new estimated report that has come out with the top celebrities and how much they make per post.
Per Instagram post.
It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's depressing. It's very cool.
It's actually not cool. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say.
Imagine we made $1. These other guys are making millions. I'm actually going to ask you, Beyonce, how much do you think she makes per post?
Probably like at least 1.5 million a post.
Yeah, very close. 1.3 more.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. We all love Taylor Swift, don't we? How much do you think she gets?
I feel like she should have been more than Ronaldo, which is wild.
I know.
Probably like at least 1.8.
No, that's actually quite low. It's 1.14.
She's getting robbed.
She's getting robbed. Yeah, it's daylight robbery.
Per Taylor Swift. I feel
Who do you think is the bottom male and female?
No,
I mean, it's a broad list.
I don't know.
So Kevin Hart is at the bottom of
this
the males
list.
of this list, and then Miley Cyrus,
She isn't like that.
I love Miley Cyrus.
No, I'm just saying she's not as relevant as she used to be.
I wonder if I'll ever see $2.4 million in my life, and this guy's seeing it per post.
Do you think they deserve it?
I think
They built their brands, I guess.
it could have been any of us. So.
Well, we don't look like this.
See, I can also do that. Anyway,
who do you think deserves to be paid the most?
Out of our So believe it or not, LinkedIn has released yet another record high engagement report.
When you sent this link to me, I guess I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I wrote this really in-depth article last year about how I believe LinkedIn just lie about their engagements, and I don't even want to get like it's a black hole for me.
Yeah.
But again, like every quarter, they just release this report, and every single time they say we're seeing record engagements in the app. It's impossible to beat your records every single quarter. I feel like they've forgotten that they've got that in the reports. But Andrew Hutchinson keeps reporting on it. I love it so much.
I love that he's
even like it's like record engagement.
Yeah.
It's the biggest load of crap ever. LinkedIn for me is they lie. All they do is lie. You can see in the reports, Andrew Hutchinson counted the numbers. Okay, so in the previous quarter before they removed China has like 59 million, okay? LinkedIn removed China from LinkedIn. So that if you're in China, you can't use LinkedIn, okay? They reported the same numbers, even after removing China, in their report. This is an official report.
Yeah.
After they didn't replace the 15, they just left it in, but they don't serve China anymore. These guys are lying to us.
I think it's great.
Straight to our face.
Because it's also like LinkedIn is like, kind of like the corporate one out of the bunch.
Yeah, they should be the most accurate.
Like you can see them sitting down with like quarterly figures being like, kind of like in their suits, like in a boardroom, and they're like, just release the same report we did.
Yeah, just
Fudge the numbers.
just change those percentages a little.
Yeah.
It makes me physically sick to my stomach when I see, and I don't believe any of these companies report the correct numbers. I'm not saying LinkedIn doesn't work.
No, yeah.
LinkedIn works. It works, but they from an engagement point of view, when you're boosting with small amounts of money and it's not a huge campaign, they basically are just like, okay, well, we need people to like this content because they're paying for it.
Also, no wonder it's reaching record high levels of engagement because of all the robots.
You're making it levels of engagement.
All the bots.
You're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for any bot to like a piece of content from an outside source.
Unless they become like cognizant or...
Yeah.
Maybe all these bots have taken on like...
No, they have
another level of...
have not.
No,
they haven't. LinkedIn are making these bots to engage with content. There's no other reason for any other company to do that.
Yeah.
Like, why would your competitors have bots to fake your engagement numbers? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way other than the fact that LinkedIn are doing this. So do the test. Let me know. It's real. I promise you it's real.